Response to the show has just been so strong, so positive. I was trying to give a tour to a group of seniors the other day. I brought them in this room, and they immediately went to the walls, and they didn't pay any attention to me. So that's all on you. So thank you all for being here. And where's Ginger? Ginger, maybe not 11 years apart next time.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Kathy Sheeter, and I'm president of the International Society of Scratchboard Artists, whose beautiful show you're seeing here. So we have a lot of the public here, which is fantastic. We thank you so much for coming out tonight to support our show. And I apologize, I'm going to get a little bit long-winded because I have a whole bunch of people to thank. First of all, being Chris, and not just her, but I know that the rest of the staff also do a lot of work to help promote our show people around and encourage it. And we really appreciate everything that you do here. My board of director, anybody that's ever been part of an organization knows that the president is really the least important person in the whole organization. It's really everybody else that gets everything done. So we have quite a few of our board members here. Scott Crone is vice president. Sally Terrell, you guys can raise your hands and wave and jump around. Sally was our head exhibition director, and she's also secretary. Susan Everett also worked on the exhibition. She is the primary person to design our catalogs that many of you have picked up and is our treasurer. Deanna Frudel is also been working on the exhibition and marketing director. These people wear a lot of hats, as you can see. And Steve Hammond is our board member at large. And we have a few absent board members. Sue Rhodes from Canada is our membership director. Karen McKee from Australia, board member at large. Diana Holig from Switzerland, Germany, and Costa Rica. We don't know where she's from anymore, but she's a board member at large. And Ann Randlett does our website as well as being a board member at large. So thank you so much to my board that helps make this all happen. And beyond that long list, we had a bunch of people that helped put up this beautiful show, and I think they just did a fantastic job hanging it to where it's so eye-pleasing. So not only Sally, who's our head exhibition person, but her husband Tom has also been absolutely driven her around, brought her down here a few times, helped hang the show. Ginger and Joe Garris both helped also. Stephanie, their daughter, Stephanie Swindell, and I was told Max Steelman also assisted, and we do appreciate that because this is a lot of work to hang, and they did a great job, as I said. So for anybody that's not familiar with Scratchboard, which some of you maybe have seen it or may have done it in school, but we like to talk a little bit about it because some of this work may look a little bit different than what you envisioned when you think Scratchboard. But Scratchboard is a subtractive art form, so that's what makes it really unique from most other art forms in that we start with a dark layer on top and a white layer underneath, and all the textures are created by removing that dark surface to reveal the layer of white that's underneath there. But some of these works have color, and I know as a person that works in color, I get a lot of people that say, well, Scratchboard's black and white, and this has color. So the color is an additive step on professional Scratchboard. It's not like your kid's scratch art where the color's underneath. Generally speaking, the color is put over the top of the scratches with transparent medium. So it fills in just the white scratches with the color, but leaves all the texture of the scratching visible. And that's one of the really important parts of our medium is the texture of the scratching is how the values are created in our work. We have many artists here. We have 34 artists that are here this weekend, and all of us love to talk about our art form. So if you see somebody with a name tag that doesn't say guest, feel free to talk to them and say, how the heck do you do it? Or even if they do say guest, they'll say, oh, well, my spouse is the artist. So we love to talk about our art form. Don't be shy. Feel free to ask us any questions you have. So as far as the awards go, ISA, as we call ourselves, has 4 different divisions. The lowest level that we have is associate. That's a non-jury level. It's just anybody that has an interest in Scratchboard or wants to support our organization. So if you go through this show and you think, wow, this is really cool. I would love to support this organization and keep knowing what they're doing. You can join us at the associate level for very inexpensively. You get access to videos that we've done at past conferences. You stay in the know. So consider joining even if you're not an artist because you get a lot of cool perks. But as far as the work that's here at the show, we have 3 levels: active level, signature level, and master level. So each of these levels is kind of progressively more difficult to attain, but all 3 of those levels are allowed to submit for the show, with master being the most highly prestigious, and they're judged separate from the active and signature. So with that said, we had two wonderful judges that came in and judged our masterwork, and they are Jane Steelman, who is right here, and JJ, I'm sorry, how's your last name pronounced, sir?
John.
John, okay. And they are going to give out our master awards.
Okay, JJ.
And they had a hard task, I know it.
So I want to just say that congratulations to everybody who's in this show because it is absolutely phenomenal. And also, as any of you know, as artists, that on any other day, any other choice could be made. But we were very fortunate that there are two of us. So we can collaborate and we can talk about each of the pieces and say, you know, what we liked about each of the pieces. And so I found that to be very enlightening and very useful. Due to the technical expertise of the master's level, then we need to take a look at some other things in the art, such as consideration of other features. We looked for the story in the art, as I'm sure many of you do. So if it speaks to you and tells a story, then that's really important. We look at how captivating is that image. When you go into a room, are you drawn to that image? Is that something that you say, oh wow, I really think that's wonderful. Those that I'm drawn to tend to have strong composition, a great contrast, and values, and some depth, and the lighting in these pieces. So you see the light in the pieces. I believe all of the award winners selected exemplify all of these qualities. And JJ, you need to say a few things too. He just wanted me to talk, but he's got to chime in because these comments are from him also.
Well, first I have to say I realize how many people from different places, come to Cary. So as a resident living in Cary for 28 years, so I welcome you here. Second, tonight, I really come here tonight. Our judge is already over, but judging is over. But tonight I come here as art, Scratchboard art, admirer and appreciator. And I congratulate everyone here, artists have worked in this show, and thank you for put such an awesome show in Cary. It's brought my mind, and so congratulations.
Thank you. So we will start with the Memorial Award. And the Memorial Award is Fighting for Attention by Scott Crone from New Brighton, Minnesota. And this piece includes interesting texture through the use of stippling. The light sparkling on the water is captivating. There's also a strong and dynamic diagonal composition in this. The story of the tiny stone fighting for attention is what's most interesting in this piece. There's a story there. So if you haven't seen that piece, it is upstairs. And please notice the tiny, tiny little stone that is fighting for attention in that piece.
All right, Scott, come on up.
So next, we'll talk about the Awards of Excellence. There were 2 Awards of Excellence. One of those awards is Waiting by Linda Heath Clark from Shingle Springs, California. So this piece grabs the viewer's attention with an explosion of color that's like fireworks. And it's right over there on the wall.
Lily pad. I'm sorry, the umbrella.
The umbrella.
Yeah.
On closer inspection, the facial expression of the woman is very intriguing. We wonder what she's thinking. Is she waiting for it to stop raining? Where is she going? I mean, it just has a story, and the colors are phenomenal. So that's the first Award of Excellence. upstairs. This is by Kathy Sheeter from Aurora, Colorado. This piece seems to be very spiritual, and there's a lot of symbolism, and we felt like the symbolism was about death and life, because you see the skull and then you see the birds that are on the antlers of the skull. So that seems evident to us. It has a very strong diagonal composition again, and strong values. The viewer's drawn in, and what you'll notice if you look very closely, which you can't see from a brochure, but if you look very closely, you'll see the snow in the foreground, and in the background you will see the twigs. So you want to go up there and you want to get really close to it and see that phenomenal work. So congratulations. You can jump in and say anything.
I didn't realize. After that, I realized that, yeah, she loved the birds. I recognize that one.
And just so you know, these comments are not just mine. JJ and I spoke and had conversation about each one of these. And I took notes. Yeah, we worked together. So the bronze award is Cold Shower by Lorna Hannett. It's in Black Falls, Alberta, Canada.
She's not here, unfortunately.
But you'll see that piece right above, right there, and you can tell that that's a cold shower. That child. This piece gives a very emotional response. The viewer can almost feel the cold water pouring over the boy. It truly tells a story. It's is the boy feeling the cold water or just enjoying the water running over him? So I congratulate Lorna Hannett. Silver Award. Yum, a 5-leaf chocolate vine by Rhonda Nass, Prairie du Sac, Wisconsin. Is that person going to be here?
She's here. Yep, she's in the back.
Oh, wonderful. So this piece has great contrast with exceptional light and shadow. The composition is good with values that give the impression of a lot of depth in this piece. So if you haven't studied it, you should go look at it very carefully. The small white flowers pop out while some of the leaves recede into the darkness. So it gives a dimensional effect in that particular piece. So that is the Silver Award. Congratulations. All right, last and by no means least, the Gold Award. Golden Hour by Shalise Sands. Will Martins. This piece has exceptional composition and contrast. The lighting draws the viewer in. One can imagine a story behind the horse looking backward to see what is happening. It is absolutely incredible.
Individuals judge the rest of the show. Hold on, I gotta get my paperwork out here. So within the open division, we give quite a number of awards. We're going to give you the reason we gave kind of our top 7 placements, but in order for expediency, we're not going to give you reasons on all of them. So I'm actually going to give I don't know what the word is. They're not lesser awards because they're all fantastic awards that we give. But our top awards, as you just saw, are bronze, silver, gold, and then our award of excellences. And so we also give out 2 awards that we call memorial awards. Now, to make this less confusing, these are not people that are dead. This is in recognition of some of our members that have passed away in the past. And these two awards, which are, this is excluded from the master level because it's a smaller division, but the memorial awards, these members cannot have ever won an award at an ESA show before. So we also divide it into our active level versus signature level. So our memorial award active level is Vivian Mosley, Time on Her Mind, which is this beautiful congratulations, Vivian. And our signature level memorial award is going to Holly Cannon at Rest Zebra, which is a piece that's upstairs. So we did want to point out there is more of the show upstairs. If you haven't seen it, look at it after the awards. And we just put Ginger saying she's not here. And then ampersand, most of the artists that are in this organization work on a brand of Scratchboard that's made by a company, Ampersand. They have been very supportive of our Scratchboard community since the foundation of our organization, and they donate some money to our organization each year, as well as sample boards and various perks to us when we have our exhibitions. So we have two awards that are partly sponsored by them. So our active level Ampersand award goes to Judy Lavoy. I Love a Challenge, which is upstairs, and it's cards and hand and kind of a cool piece. So. And our Ampersand Signature Award is going to Deborah Otterstein for Nature's Patterns. Thank you. Good job. And I apologize, I did not introduce our judges. So this is Ginger Garris and Linda Heath Clark, and Amy Stauffer also helped with. So our international award, this goes to an artist that is not in the country where the show is being held. So although many of our shows have been in the United States, we've also held shows in Australia and Canada. But this year it is going to Lori Dunn, and I apologize, I did not write down the name of her piece, but it's this beautiful crab spider on the flower over there. So congratulations. And then the last award that I will be presenting is one that we call Pushing Boundaries Award. It's an award that I give out personally. And it's a work that I choose that I think is some sort of deviation or where I feel that the artists really push themselves in a new way in Scratchboard, and that is going to Patricia Savage, The Meat Eaters and the Butterfly, which is I know. I'm sorry, Vivian. I told her I wasn't going to, somebody was here, so we'll give you your certificate. I decided at the last minute which one I was going to.
Are you here for the weekend?
We'll mail it to you.
Yeah. I can bring it to you tomorrow.
Very good. Okay. So now I'm going to hand it over to the judges, and they're going to tell you why. So you're going to start the bottom.
Start the bottom work up?
Yep.
You know, I just want to say I mirror what the Masters judges said about judging the show and about the work in the show. It's really remarkable, and I think everyone can be so proud to be in this show. And Ginger and I, we got through it. We found some, well, it was all beautiful art. So,
Award of Excellence.
Award of Excellence for the open category.
We give out 4 of these. These are in no particular order. They were just kind of all equal. So don't take this as like the
I'm
last
just
award of
reading from the
excellence.
bottom up, but they're all the same.
Yep.
Okay, this goes to Lee Farley. Let's Do Sunset. It's a small landscape on the 2nd floor. If you go up there and look at that really closely, it's amazing, the delicacy of his scratches. And he has tons of detail in such a small piece. And we were taken with the techniques and the tiny scratches, and I like the suggestion of a reflection in the water. is very delicate, but it's very nicely done. Anyway, and the subtle color, we like it. Thank you.
It was great, and I hear what everybody has said. We never had to weed out anything that was weak. Everything was strong. And so trying to pick winners was one of the more difficult things that we've done, so.
And we could say positive things about any piece in the show. So
Yeah.
if you want to hear a positive thing about your work,
Okay, the next award of excellence is Kathleen Dunn. It's called Tapped Out. It's the woodpecker. Some of the things that we liked about it is the detail of the moss on the tree. The drips gave it a painterly quality, and the scratching techniques and composition of it was just really appealing.
and then the third one, Award of Excellence, is to Steve Hammond. Or I Dare You, the gorilla on the far side. And we like the contrast and detail in that piece. The highlights are beautiful and the shadows are so well done. The technique in the fur contrasting with the skin of his nose is just really nicely done. We also like the composition of that piece and how it kind of, the lights in the piece kind of lead you through the artwork, so well done.
So, yeah, we had to get together to come up with these stuff. So the next award of excellence is Sharon Shepard for Mist and Fire. It's, is it
Upstairs? Yeah.
It's upstairs. It's a landscape in color, and we love the consistency of quality of the scratching, the depth of field, and the intensity of the color and the drama.
All right, now we're going into the Bronze Award, and that goes to Maria Hager. For Morning Glory, which is in the corner right next to the window. And her piece, it has a lot of contrast and depth, and there's an atmosphere there that we liked. The composition also leads you through the work, and the subtlety of some of her shadings, like in the top part of the sky where it's black. Check that out. That's very subtle and very well done. And the atmospheric quality.
Okay, silver. That goes to Kate Adams for Persephone. It's upstairs.
No, it's
Or is there here?
It's right here.
Oh, there it is. Okay. There's tall people over there. And so what we really liked, Kate, was that it has consistent attention to detail throughout. The gold touches were just right without being overpowering. They're amazing scratching techniques. And on the skin, on the hands, the flowers, especially the hands. They're perfect.
Okay, for our gold award, this piece is upstairs. It goes to Tracy Anderson. And for Tranquil Moments. A blue glass bowl with the orange flower in it. It's called Tranquil Moments, I guess. And we like the use of color, the contrast of the colors, and the contrast of the blue and the orange together was very effective. Her highlights and shadows are really well done. And her fading of the background from the foreground to the black in the back was a really nice effect, and it kind of gave the bowl a place to sit. Anyway, we just thought that fading kind of pushed it to the next level. And the sheen of the glass and the contrast of the soft and hard textures was just very nicely done.
Congratulations, everybody.
if you haven't seen it yet before, and feel free to ask any of our artists any questions about how they did what they did. We'd love to talk about our artwork. So thanks again for coming.